Okay. All right, we're going to make the case. What specifically is it? This is the list of it. This is the product that we sell to end users and other distributors on a daily basis. Now, you don't have to write it down. The handouts that Eleanor gave you contain a couple of sheets of that information. So look it up, talk to whoever you need to talk to if you don't handle these assets directly, and ask them if they have this type of product that's coming out in surplus at any time in the future, or it might be something that might be in some warehouse. Now, I want to point out a couple of items up here. The first one in red, the Lucent 5 ESS. Okay, this is what it looks like. And if you see, it's in this big cabinet. And these horizontal lines there, those are the shelves. And the vertical lines are the circuit packs. Those are the cards that have the value. That's the money in the system. The shelves have no value. Scrapping. The frames have no value. Unless someone happens to want to start a telephone company, you're probably not going to need everything. But the cards are where they have value. Now, but here's the thing. The telecom market is a little peculiar than other type of markets. And a lot of this equipment is very rev level specific. And in a lot of these telecom parts, they have, besides the part number, something called a CLI. Common Language Equipment. Thank you. I always forget the I. All right. I wish I had a $100,000 bar to give you. That's great.
Give me a check.
Yeah. I'll give you, yeah, here we got a check. Let me just endorse it on the back. Okay, now the CLI I told you, it's like a 10-digit, alphanumeric digit, 10 characters long, the first 7 really count, and that tells you specifically what the value may be. Now sometimes the CLI doesn't make any difference in price, sometimes it does. There's a particular card in here called a KTU2. You don't even know anything about it, but if it has one CLI, well, it used to be worth a couple of grand. Now they're about 700. Or if you have an older CLI, a different CLI, it might be worth 50 bucks. Okay? So that's how specific it is. We had a customer that had a 5 ESS switch, and it was brand new in the crate. They'd had it since about 1998. And they wanted us to make an offer. So we asked them, we need some information. And we need part numbers, we need CLIs, and they said, we don't got that. Okay, what do you got? Got packing ones, okay. And it had what the cards were, but again, no CLIs. We have some contacts at Alcatel-Lucent that we could go to tell them, hey, this telecom bought this at this time, can you look something up in your record? No, couldn't do anything. So we didn't know what was in it. So, in a case like that, are we going to bid a high price, or are we going to bid a low price? Absolutely. Zero information means you're going to get the lowest possible bid. We ended up offering them I think what I would consider, with shipping costs and everything, what was a reasonable enough offer. They thought it was great, and then management looked at it and said, no, let's just scrap it. So they did. If they had shipped it to us and the money card was in it, it might have been worth $50,000 to $100,000 at the time. But no, they decided 12 cents a pound is good enough. All right. The next one, Realtek, Lorraine, Marconi, I think they're now Emerson. These are rectifiers. That's what they look like. Kind of old school power type of cards. This particular one, we could sell 50 to 100 every month. They're very, very popularly used everywhere. One of the nice things about some of this stuff is that because power is generates heat, these are the components that generally go out more often than anything else is going out. Your other cards might go out because of surges or what have you, but these kind of things get replaced quite often. Now, in this situation, we have about 50 or 60 that were given to us in consignment. Now, the issue was we would get RFQs pretty much daily, but other people had this same product. They might not have had 50 or 60, but they had 5, 2, 10. So if an RFQ comes through for 10, and someone has 5 over here, 3 over here, 2 over there, and they can buy them out, then we can make this whole thing happen as far as offering a lower price. Otherwise, we would offer a higher price. So within a 2-month span, we sold all 50 units in time, but we sold them between $800 and $2,000, $2,200, $2,400, something like that. So it depends on what your competitors have. So this kind of goes to something we probably should have mentioned in an IT myth, and that is manage expectations. Okay, so IR department should be in control or at least in the loop of these type of assets. If high-tech assets are high-value tech assets are managed by purchasing, they might make the case for trading in the product for future purchases. We had a situation with one of the retail members of the association where they had a couple of thousand old Dell servers. And what ended up happening was Dell would give them a $25,000 credit for everything. And that's not a bad deal necessarily. They asked our opinion, and we said, yeah, not bad. But doing a little market research, we thought 25 is a little low, maybe 50, maybe 75. We thought 100 actually, but we didn't want to overpromise and underperform. So we were given the opportunity. Within a 8-month period of time, because it took 6 months to bring them all out, some we sold by the pallet load, some we sold one-on-one basis through eBay or other methods, and we ended up, instead of them getting $25,000 from Dell, they got something like around $275,000. Big difference. So, purchasing may take the easy way out. Okay, if surplus is controlled by IT, they are going to hold on to it for as long as possible. And what's going to happen is, in most cases, the value is going to go from here all the way down to a quantum singularity, and it's going to collapse into itself, forming a dark star that is going to suck all the IT equipment into it, otherwise known as the IT closet. Anyone ever had the guts to open the IT closet door? Scary, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Anyone see the show Hoarders? It's based on IT departments. Okay, make the case. Conduct a market survey to determine potential worth. Now, you can do this by delegating it to your internal team. And you say, Brian, I am the team. I'm it. I got too much to do. I want to handle this. Or I have internal team members, they're way too busy. We're working on our core surplus. That is what generates our normal surplus asset dollars. Why should we don't have anyone to do that. How are we going to do that? Well then, that's when you enlist a trusted and reliable secondary market distributor. Most importantly, what you need to do is form a relationship with them, because it is a two-way street. So the better information you give them, the better information you're going to get back in return. And once you've determined the potential dollar value for the asset, then you can go back and check what is the best method of disposal. So that's the business case. But what's the best business case of all? On Monday, you go back to work. Your boss asks you, so you're in Scottsdale, you get a little golf, party too hard, get some sun in, go to the pool. What are you going to tell your boss what you did here? You're going to tell him, you know what, I learned a lot of different things. I learned a lot of different techniques, and I found things that I can do to bring something into the company. And hopefully you're going to tell them that you found a way that you might be able to find hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of hidden treasures in your communication room. Or, you know, that product we scrapped about a week or two ago, and it turns out that was worth about $100,000. What are you going to say?